25k for a life. The alleged hit on DJ Warras was reportedly worth just that, split three ways. As South Africa's Tyler wins another Grammy, Donald Trump is threatening legal action against comedian Trevor Noah. Another Epstein shadow. Former UK Minister Peter Mandelson quits Labour over claims he received $75,000 from Jeffrey Epstein. And cryptos in freefall. How low can Bitcoin go as global nerves rattle markets? Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN. In touch, in tune, and independent.
The hit on media personality Warwick Stock, also known as DJ Warras, was allegedly carried out for just 25,000 rand. EWN understands the money paid for the 40-year-old's murder was split between three people. This morning, 25-year-old Armindo Pakula appeared in the Johannesburg Magistrates Court more than a month after Stock was shot dead in the Joburg CBD on the 16th of December.
It was a brief appearance in the Joburg Magistrates Court this morning where the man accused of shooting and killing Warwick Stock, aka DJ Warras, appeared. Armindo Pakula, a 25-year-old Mozambican national, addressed the court in Portuguese. He was arrested on Friday evening in Primrose on Gauteng's East Rand. Police believe he is the gunman who shot and killed Stock on December 16th in Joburg CBD. He is facing charges of premeditated murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and contravention of the Immigration Act. A side-by-side comparison of the shooter caught on CCTV footage on the day of the shooting and Pakula shows an uncanny resemblance. Police sources claim they recovered the dreadlocks and gold gift bag, which the gun was concealed in on the day of the murder, inside Pakula's shack at Marathon Informal Settlement in Primrose. The case was postponed to next week to allow the state to verify Pakula's address.
Controversial Northwest businessman Suleiman Carim has rushed to court to block his appearance before the Madlanga Commission. He's challenging his classification as an implicated person after being named by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. The commission heard claims Carim used political links to help alleged crime boss Vusimuzi Katmatlala secure payments tied to a 360 million rand police tender. Carim is set to argue the matter in the Johannesburg High Court tomorrow. Emergency teams have been combing through rubble after a wall collapse at a student residence in Doornfontein. A mine explosion earlier today damaged the front of the building. 4 people were injured, including a student. The cause of the fire that triggered the blast is still unknown.
I'm deeply concerned about it. And I've just heard, but again, I haven't confirmed this. I must say that I have not confirmed this. I've heard that it's not the first time that there's been overheating at this transformer, with consequences, but this time the consequences were apparently much worse than the previous time.
And rock on Wednesday, fuel prices are coming down. Both grades of petrol will drop by 65 cents a litre.
Both grades of petrol will decrease by 65 cents a litre. Diesel will decrease by 50 and 57 cents a litre. Illuminating paraffin at retail level will decrease by 70 cents a litre. And LP gas will increase by 31 cents countrywide and by 36 cents in Western Cape.
The N2 wall is becoming a political flashpoint. Opposition parties in the Cape Town Council say the 114 million rand earmarked for the project would be better spent in poorer communities. Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis insists the city's N2 Edge Safety Project will go ahead. The security wall will be built over the next 2 years along a 9-kilometre stretch of the highway.
Whilst the ANC acknowledges the real threat of violent crime happening along the N2, instead of erecting a wall, invest that money in the capacitation of community neighborhood watches.
The Department of Correctional Services says overcrowding remains a major concern, with more than 170,000 inmates held over the festive season, far above the system's capacity of just more than 107,000 beds.
This level of incarceration represents the highest population recorded in recent years and has placed immense pressure on infrastructure, staffing, security management, budget, and it's also compounded by reduced court activity during the festive season.
Also, more than 8,000 cell phones were seized at correctional centres nationwide over the festive season. The devices were recovered during more than 5,000 prison searches, along with drugs, cash and weapons. At least 100,000 rand in cash was confiscated.
Gauteng is the highest with 37,193 rands, and the Eastern Cape follows with 28,379 rands. Small quantities of foreign currency were seized along with 400 counterfeit South African notes in the Free State and Northern Cape region. A sum of 3,144 sharpened objects were removed from facilities. The Eastern Cape and the Free State, Northern Cape regions recorded the highest volumes.
Donald Trump has threatened legal action against comedian Trevor Noah. Noah, who hosted the Grammy Awards, made a series of jokes about Trump, including remarks about his past association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Trump responded on Truth Social, denying he ever visited Epstein's island, calling Noah a loser and saying he plans to, quote, have some fun with him. The comments come days after millions of pages of Epstein-related documents were released, naming numerous powerful figures, including the 79-year-old president. And former UK Minister Peter Mandelson has quit the Labour Party after fresh claims he received a $75,000 payment from Jeffrey Epstein. Mandelson denies the allegation. He was already removed as Britain's ambassador to the US over past links to Epstein and says he stepped aside to avoid further damage to the party. And the Rafah border crossing has finally reopened months after it was meant to under an October ceasefire deal. It offers a narrow lifeline to Palestinians stranded since mid-2024. Thousands are trying to return to Gaza to reunite with their families, while more than 20,000 critically ill patients are scrambling to get out for urgent medical treatment. Bitcoin has slid to its lowest level since last year's tariff shock. The price has dropped below $80,000 and momentum is firmly down. It's a long way off its near $125,000 peak, driven by hopes of pro-crypto policies. Now, global uncertainty and geopolitical tension are spooking markets. Investors are retreating to safer ground with gold and other precious metals back in favour. We'll see you back for more tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.